This is the story of a young Florida girl whose family was stalked, threatened, and eventually killed by a man who falsely assumed they had exposed his illegal activities. But what happened, you may ask? Stay tuned to find out. Welcome to our channel. This is Criminal Activities. Tia Hernlen was only 5 years old at the time of this terrible crime. She was born in the year 2000 to her devoted parents. Her father, Aeneas, who was 29 years old, and her mother, Julie, who was 31 years old, loved to create great memories with their daughter in Volusia County, Florida. Spontaneous adventures, surfing, and family movie nights were some of the ways they liked to pass their time. Julie and Aeneas met at the beach when he was a lifeguard, and on the water is where their passion was. So the family spent a lot of their time out there. Julie was said to be going to college at Daytona Beach Community College at the time. She had the desire to earn her diploma and pursue a career in law. Aeneas had a job and supported the family financially while also being a devoted husband and embracing his father role. Both Julie and Aeneas strived to foster a loving and encouraging environment for their daughter to thrive in. Tragically, Tia's life took a devastating turn. In the early Monday morning of March 28, 2005, shortly before 3 o'clock, Julie and Aeneas sadly fell victim to gun violence. According to investigators, a man by the name of David Edwards Johnson, who was 33 years old, forcibly entered the family home to commit the crime. David brought a 9mm pistol and a silencer along with him. He entered Julie's and Aeneas' master bedroom where the couple was sleeping and pulled the trigger. David then fled the scene, and Tia was awoken by the sound of the gunshots. This is when Tia bravely called 911.
911, where's your emergency?
Hello.
Hello. Is everything okay?
My mommy and daddy,
Uh-huh.
I think there's a bullet on the floor.
Where's Mommy at?
I don't know, I think they're dead.
What do you mean, sweetheart?
I don't know.
Okay, your daddy's on the floor. How old are you?
I'm 5 years old and I have a dog in the house.
Okay, baby, okay. Let me get somebody right over to you. Did you go in your mommy and daddy's room?
And there's blood.
All over the place?
Not all over. There's blood on the bed and blood on the floor.
Oh, my goodness. And you have your little doggie with you?
And 3 cats.
Well, and you got some cats, too?
3 cats and 1 dog.
Okay. Are you the only one there besides Mommy and Daddy?
I said Mommy and Daddy and they didn't even answer.
Okay. What made you wake up tonight?
I think I heard a gunshot.
You heard a gun?
Yes, and I see a bullet laying on the floor. I think it's a bullet.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Who has a gun in the house?
I don't see a gun, but I'm scared.
Oh, sweetheart, I will not let anything happen to you.
Can you send the deputy down?
I promise I will. And you're only 5 years old?
Mm-hmm.
You are so smart for 5 years old. Was there anybody else in the house besides you and Mommy and Daddy tonight? Like an uncle or anything?
No, there's no robber in the house.
Okay, well, I didn't think there'd be a robber, sweetheart. Did you have anybody staying over the night with you guys tonight?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So, and the doors are all locked and everything like that. Where are you in the house?
Well, I was in my room sleeping until I heard a noise shot and it woke me up.
Oh, my goodness. What part of the house are you in at now?
I'm in the one, it's yellow, a whole yellow house, a green with it, a little bit of green, and a pink door.
Oh, my goodness. That sounds really cool. Did you pick out the pink door?
No, my mom picked out the colors.
Look, I bet that's beautiful. Does Mommy and Daddy have a car in the driveway?
2 cars.
2 cars? What kind of cars do they have?
My mom has a Toyota.
What color is that Toyota? Is it dark or gray or silver?
It's red.
Red? Okay. What kind of car does Daddy have?
He has a Jeep. It's black and
Okay,
white.
listen to me. Is your phone the kind of phone you can take with you and walk around?
This?
There should be an officer at your front door. I need for you to take your phone with you and walk over to the door and open it for me, okay? And I'm going to stay on the phone with you, okay?
But,
I will not hang up.
I'm naked.
Oh, well, you want to go grab a towel or something? I don't think the officer's going to care, baby. We just want to make sure Mommy and Daddy are okay, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Grab a blanket or something. Stay on the phone with me. Stay on the phone, all right?
Okay.
My name's Donna, by the way. You are doing a wonderful job. Wonderful job.
And I know what to do for special dogs.
You did great.
I knew.
You are wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. You should be very proud of yourself.
I'm to the door. I'm unlocking it.
Okay. You let me know when the officer talks to you. Okay, you go ahead. Okay, you talk to the officer.
Talking to the dispatcher? Okay, tell her I'm here now, okay? You can hang up.
Bye, sweetheart.
He's here.
Okay, sweetheart. You be good, okay?
Come on over here.
Bye-bye.
When detectives arrived, Julie was pronounced deceased at the scene. Tia's father, Aeneas, was taken to the Halifax Medical Center in Daytona Beach, where he later died the following day. With both of Tia's parents no longer living, Tia was taken into the care of her grandparents in Central Florida, and they did their best to provide Tia with a source of comfort during this hard time. Volusia County Sheriff Ben Johnson and the 911 dispatcher Donna Ciufani were both very impressed with how Tia handled the situation. Donna called her very smart for a 5-year-old. Ben Johnson also had kind things to say. He said, and I quote, "She was very composed for a 5-year-old. He added, "The 911 tape was absolutely amazing. All of the information she was able to give. How she was able to handle herself. Very smart little girl." He also told ABC's Good Morning America that she was an amazing little girl, and how the information she gave us and the manner she gave it to us, we wish we could get that out of adults. As far as the alleged murderer, David was found at his residence unalive. He was said to have taken his own life at his home later that day, according to the Volusia County Sheriff's investigators, although no suicide note was found. Apparently, David believed the couple was responsible for his arrest in November for charges of growing marijuana and illegal possession of steroids, according to the sheriff's office. Sheriff Ben Johnson said, and I quote, "He had the feeling that the Hernlens turned him in for an outdoor marijuana growing operation," which was not true. Someone called in a burglary in progress at his home. He was putting the focus of his blame on the Hernlens, and he'd made the threat in the past and carried them out. David was a family friend of the Hernlens, but the couple eventually started having numerous issues with David and grew to fear him. The couple tried to get a court-ordered injunction against David to keep him away from their family. However, the judge denied the request. The Hernlens claimed he drove in front of their home and made threats towards them. Unfortunately, it was hard to prove he was stalking them with the limited evidence they were able to provide, according to the court papers. Sheriff Ben Johnson notes, "The restraining order was put in, but you run into a problem when someone is determined they'll do something like this. The only way to stop them is to keep them in jail. There's no way possible the judge could have kept him in jail. Very seldom do you find someone this determined to take this action. Don't know in a case like this how you would stop it. In any given day, we have 3,600 to 3,700 restraining orders in effect. You can't stay on top of somebody all of the time, when rarely somebody would take this kind of action." Circuit Judge Richard Graham, referring to the court orders filed by the Hernlens, said, and I quote, "Looking back on it, I would have liked to have done it differently, but you review each case on a case-by-case basis." Family members also were obviously disappointed that the court couldn't do more about the couple's requests and concerns when it came to David's behavior. Needless to say, family members, friends, and the community were deeply saddened and shaken by the loss of the victims. Following the tragic events, a trust fund was set up for Tia's future by those from her neighborhood. People moved by Tia's story generously donated to help Tia financially to face her life challenges ahead. Please keep in mind that the cases we cover are for real people. Despite the challenges Tia faced, she has apparently grown up to be an environmentalist, She is passionate and persistent towards her career and is committed to promoting environmental protection and youth empowerment. Tia's parents very much enjoyed going surfing, but Tia was the apple of their eye. The couple would take their daughter to the movies as one of their fun pastimes. And when they did, they made sure to always pick movies Tia could watch for her age so that she could have an enjoyable night with them. In April of 2005, family, friends, and those within the community gathered along the beach to honor the couple. Lydia Jetson, who is the mother of Aeneas, had some special words to say about her son. She said how her son had a huge heart and very strong mind. Other family members and friends told stories about the couple's life, and those that remembered Julie said how she was compassionate and always open to lending a hand, and how much she was a terrific student and mother. Julie's family member, Jero Morgan, told the crowd, and I quote, "Julie never did anything halfway. She was always running. She was born 6 weeks early, and that's how she lived her life." The couple's ashes were mingled and some of them were thrown into the ocean. Then about 20 surfers dove into the water to ride the waves in honor of the couple's second love, which was surfing. The first love, family members said, was their daughter. But I want to know your opinion on this case. What do you think could have been done to prevent this from happening? And what should be done to prevent this from happening for other families? I'd love to hear from you in the comments section. This is Criminal Activities signing off. Stay safe out there.